On your anvils in front of you is a cloth. Go ahead and lift that cloth up. That's a pretty solid piece of cable steel. Your challenge is to take that cable steel and forge it into a blade of your own design in your signature style. The length of the blade, not including the tang, must be between 10 and 16 inches. The overall length of your weapon must not exceed 22 inches. You must also include a fuller that runs half the length of the blade.
I've never done anything like this in 3 hours. In fact, I've never done a fuller before, or cable.
Your 3-hour forge time starts now.
I have a fair amount of experience working with cable. With the ends welded, the prudent thing to do is to heat it up and twist it tighter.
Get ready for a twist.
Want to go with the twist of the cable.
Okay.
Now, you'll get a much tighter weld.
My name, Salem, is an Americanization of the Hebrew word shalom, which is peace. My parents are very peace-loving, anti-conflict, and even anti-weapon. But I've chosen to walk my own path.
To get the cable welded up, I know I have to heat it, and I know I have to twist it.
Zach's going right into the fire. He hasn't even closed up the ends of that cable or anything.
Yep, he should have welded the ends closed.
Well, he's twisting. He's twisting it closed.
Holy.
Oh,
He's lost
no.
He's lost two whole rounds off that cable.
That's not good.
Oh, three, his cable is falling
It
apart.
just fell apart. Putting that in there without the ends welded together, the heat made them expand and pushes them apart.
Made a critical error.
Is this a disaster that that thing fell
this
apart
is
just
really,
now?
really, really bad.
I'm thinking I may have made a critical error early on here. If I can't get these bars welded up, I'm screwed.
Chris is setting his fuller.
Power stroke, baby.
He's going for the power stroke.
The anvil was not of sufficient weight to sink a fuller depression into the blade. I just have to grind a fuller in.
Chris is a bad mama jama with an angle grinder.
I tell you, just going to town.
Time is flying by. I could use a little more time. I'm an ancient master bladesmith, not a current one.
I suck, man.
To fix my fuller, I go to the grinder and I'm a fish out of water. I just don't feel comfortable. I'm not really getting things done. I'm just not making very good lines on my blade.
Thank God you can't look at both sides at the same time.
15 minutes remaining.
Zach is over there throwing some sparks.
Zach's putting his fuller in the blade, coming from behind.
He can pull something out.
Yeah.
I really got to get something going, so I hit the grinder. I'm just trying to get something done to meet the parameters.
Zach quenched his
Zach
blade.
quenched his blade.
First one in the fire.
Good for him.
Chris is in the oil.
Okay.
Salem and Craig still have to quench.
Quench is not the last thing you do on the blade.
No.
Give yourself that little safety net. If you've got a warp, you can fix it.
You have 5 minutes remaining.
I might not have a heat-treated knife coming out of this thing.
When you rush your quench, you can wind up with all kinds of problems. We've seen that be the deciding factor before.
20 seconds.
Now, now. Here he goes, right now. Oh, my God. See?
It's got to work.
See?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop working. Your forging time is now over.
I'm interested to see whether that blade hardened fully. I think the edge hardened fully, but it's just possible that the spine didn't fully harden.
I look down at my blade, and it is unequivocally the ugliest blade I've ever made, but it's a blade. I finished something, and given my critical errors early on, I'm excited that I got something. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, I was sweating it a little there.
So let's start with Craig's blade down on the end. Doug?
It's a good constructed blade. He put a finger weld on the handle, but the weight is too forward on this, so how he balances this out will actually tell us how well that grip is going to work.
One of these fullers is higher than the other, and I have a feeling that when he evens those fullers out, he might blow through.
It ought to split wood.
I know, but it might go big and go home.
Ah!
Let's move on to Salem's blade.
Well, Salem's just got an elegant design here. I mean, the lines on this knife, it's beautifully straight. At this point, he could put a guard and a handle on this and have a finished piece.
Jay, my big thing is the rushed heat treat. I mean, I keep saying over and over, the heart and soul of the blade is in the heat treat. And that 2-minute quench always worries me.
I wish I'd been able to get, like, a cleaner finish on that.
That's all right. If it's hard, grind it clean later.
Let's move on to Zach's blade.
There's so many unwelded sections, and they're traveling all the way down the spine and even in the fuller. So it's not one solid homogeneous piece of steel.
The ends kept splaying out.
Yeah.
I just cut my losses, literally.
The good thing is he never gave up. He kept on trying to fix the problem. He turned in a blade.
So let's take a look at Chris's blade.
This is a very great foundation for a high-performance blade. The welds are nice and tight, and the blade is even. This is one solid piece of steel.
Dave?
There's a lot of work to do here, but it's a great foundation. It's well on its way. Nice work.
It's a good-looking knife.
No, I think so.
All right, judges, it's time for you to make a decision. Doug, have you decided?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
I have.
Jay?
Yes.
All right, let's go tell our Smiths. Well, bladesmiths, in this first round of competition, we asked you to turn in a finished blade of your own design in your signature style, and you've all done that. Congratulations. But now, unfortunately, it's time for one of you to leave the forge. Zach, your blade did not make the cut.
Zach, you had that problem at the very start. The wire blew apart, and you came up with a good solution, but you were chasing that for so long, it really hurt you. There were too many open welds throughout the blade for us to let it go through.
Zach, please surrender your weapon.
Given the mistakes that I made early on, I sort of shot myself in the foot in terms of the opportunity to really show off my skills, so I have no one to blame but myself. I didn't really demonstrate what I'm capable of. And ultimately, it's just not a good blade. I wouldn't trust it to cut butter.